I've bottled too many people. Like when it comes to me, if it comes to a fight or something like that, I don't fight with my fists. It's always blood. There has to be blood. I'd have loads of speed, I'd have loads of crack, I'd have loads of brown, that's heroin. Like we would have bags and bags of it and then we would take it to country. I've been in so many different cells. Like I'm fully institutionalized to prison. Like prison is just normal, it's home. If I'm gonna be in this lifestyle, I might as well be the baddest of the baddest. I might as well be the craziest. But the truth of the matter is I was actually scared. Because if you are in the midst of lions and then you want to be a pussycat, you're going to get hurt.
No one chooses to go into a certain lifestyle. I remember on one occasion, it was years ago, I walked into a house and I said, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, I just stayed here last night and I just fell asleep on the kitchen floor." The way he grew was going from one place to another place, to another place, and all these places that he was staying at, they wasn't homes where there's a family and there's a certain sense of decorum.
It's a thing where if you don't have parenting, then your surroundings are going to parent you. When I'm seeing guys biting each other's nose off, or someone will drag me out of a house into another house to cut some woman's vagina from side to side, when you're seeing that, you're desensitized to violence. Violence is not a thing. I got arrested for the riots. I went to prison for the riots. I knew that my whole life had been a riot. I saw fire burning. And I thought, that's my life, burning. I saw my whole area up in flames. And I said, is this what we've caused? Is this what I've done? Someone started preaching to me about Jesus Christ. I decided to listen to them as they was preaching instead of throwing contrary questions. And as I listened, I knew I need this thing. I don't know anything about it, but I need it. I need forgiveness. I need love. I need peace. I want peace. And they're telling me that they can get it, they can give it to me. Like it's obtainable. Like it was like a myth to me. When you don't know where you belong and you don't know who you are, you're easily coerced into being whoever they're making you to be. But what God shows, you need to renew your mind and think on good things. Think on things that are going to better your life. So when we think of gangs, straight away we think of people that are running wild on the street, they've got drugs, they're really bad people. But we fail to look that actually they're only 14, 13, 15. So that means these are kids. And when we look at gangs as vulnerable children, now it's looking back at you, society. It's looking at you as the individual. Then it looks at the political will. Do we have a political will to change it? With the media, what they're getting wrong is this. They see gangs as gangs. It's glorifying it. It's showing it always in a bad light, the external. Let me talk about how he got stabbed. Or let me talk about how he carries a gun. No, let's talk about what made him do that. Why did he do that? Internal. It was internal. So actually, let's talk about the scars, the rejection, the pain, the hurt, the loneliness, the alcohol issues that he had, the drug issues that he had. Let's talk about the mental health that he had. Let's talk about how his mum left him with nothing to eat. Let's talk about how his dad beat him throughout his life. What I want to see changed is the right people empowered to do the job and the right resources being given to the right people. Because there's people out there that can actually make a change, but they need to be in a position where they have the influence to make decisions on the ground. Do you know what I mean? There's a thing called mobilising communities. Are we willing to give them the power to be able to give back to their community?